Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, onwards and upwards, hopefully. So, it's been a bit of a crazy few weeks of trying to get stuff sorted out and out the way with added things getting added in, basically. So I've just been trying to plough through them as best as I can and as quick as I can, stress-free as possible. So Dan's Bites is nearly ready. As some of you know, that is going to a show. Apparently it's not the Bite Shed, it's Tobacco Dock. So I've actually got stuff that I've recoated on that, which is now outside baking in the lovely sunshine because it is boiling up today. It's actually approaching 30 degrees in this shed. So yeah, it's quite uncomfortable for a fat bloke, but we'll plough through it. Might shed a few pounds. So while that's cooking out there, I thought I would start getting my head round the special sticker bike again and start getting stuck in. I now sort of got a plan with this now. I know what colours it's going to be. It's going to be basically like all the bobbers I do. And also an end date, which I am 100% aiming for, because I have quite a special plan as soon as this thing's done. And while this is getting done, I've also got to do a couple of frames for people who are patiently waiting. So basically I'm going to throw them into the mix while I'm on dirty grinding, welding, fabricating stuff. I'm going to do a couple of frames alongside this so we can get all the dirty work done in one place on one go. So yeah, they're going to get done as well before my grand plan in July. So this, a lot of the hard work's actually done. As you can see, it's already hardtail. We've got the dummy oil tank on, got to finish some welds on that. So fabrication side of things on this, we've got to do the rear mudguard, which I've sorted one out. It's lovely and rusty. It's only surface rust. That's what happens to things in bare metal in here when they're sitting here all winter. So it's a rib mudguard, and surprisingly the rib's in the middle, and it's straight. It's not like looking like a road map of the Alps whittling all over the place, which you sometimes get on mudguards like this. Replicated mudguards, I've seen in these lines go all over the place and not even in the middle, but this is pretty good. So yeah, we'll allocate this mudguard for this. This was actually going on Dan's bike, but it just was not wide enough to take the tyres that he chose for it, so we had to change that one. So this can go on here. So yeah, the plan is mudguard brackets, probably not all in today, because as soon as Dan's bike stuff's like baked off, I'll be putting them things back on. I've got a seat, got the seat all ready to go on, got the brackets for it, so I'm going to do that today. So fabrication wise, we've got the mudguard with the brackets, we've got the seat with the brackets, we've got to do a exhaust bracket, the side mount number plate, and an outrigger for the rear brake pedal. That is all the fabrication done. And then when that is done, oh, I've got to do some spacers for the back wheel. I'll explain about that. What we've got to do is this back wheel is actually different to all the other M-fills that I've done, so I'll explain that in a bit. So once all that fabricating's done, which is not a lot, I'll say, the main lot of it's been done, this bike will be coming to bits. Now I plan to finish this by July. All done, dusted, someone's special sticker name called out, and this gone. That is the plan, because in July I've been planning something for 2 years, or should I say I've been trying to save for it for 2 whole years. Basically started sort of saving when all this COVID thing started exploding. Yeah, I'm planning to do a solo trip into Europe. This is much needed. call it selfish if you wish. You know, I'm desperate to do this, to go away. I'll say I'm doing it solo. I've been saving for 2 years. I think I've mentioned that before. Even if I get a spare tenner, if I've done a little job, I'll go up to the local post office and I'll swap it to euros so I cannot spend it. My pot's been filling up for 2 years. Just tenors, 20s here and there. I think the euro's about, it's near enough €1 to £1 at the minute, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go away as soon as this is finished. So that's why I'm going to plough on with it, because it'd be nice to go away around July time, probably the end of the first week to mid-July, when everything's done and dusted. I've caught up with all the critical jobs that I want to get out the way, and I'm going to go on my travels. This to me is going to be go completely switch off and bang that big reset button, because yeah, it's been pure hell in places along this journey since I started this channel on my own. It's been quite up and down, but we've ploughed forward. So yeah, that's the plan. I've also been collecting things for the journey, because what I plan to do is basically only get an hotel probably once a week, because I'm taking all my gear with me, my laptop, all the filming gear, and I'm going to share the whole trip with you guys. And I have no particular plan of the length of time, where I'm going, or anything. I've got some basic places I want to go and see, but I'm just going to hit the road and go and sleep under the stars. I've got a waterproof bivvy bag, and that's going to do me. I've got a little pot thing to boil some noodles and have a cup of tea and whatever, that'll do. It's going to be proper basic and on a budget. You know, I'm going to try and do the minimum of spending, and I'm also going to share that with you guys, just so anyone thinking of doing this trip and wondering about the expense of it, I'm going to share all that, absolutely everything. If I buy a sandwich, the fuel cost, everything, I'm going to jot it all down and share everything, all the cost, the lot, the ups, the downs, any problems, the good bits, the bad bits, everything. I'm going to share the lot. Things going wrong, hopefully they don't, fingers crossed. The amazing bits, the amazing scenery, everything. I'd love to just share my whole experience of solo traveling. So yeah, that is the plan. As soon as this and the couple of frames I've got to do are gone out of this door, basically load my bike up and go. So I hope everybody understands and bears with me and sticks around to follow the journey. If that's not your thing, I am coming back. I think. Shall I come back? I probably best do. Blue will be missing me if I don't. So yeah, if it's not your thing, I am coming back, and we will be back in here on with the other projects. Anyway, let's get on with lining the seat up and getting that on. Okay then, to start with, we've got all the bits ready. That's the wrong hand. Let's try that one. Oh dear. My stupidity never surprises me. Right, where are we? Seat pan. Cleaned up, ready to put the brackets on. The pivoting bracket already done. I will admit I have robbed this off one of my projects to speed things up on this build. So yeah, here we go. Right, a simple way of doing this. These are threaded because we'll put the springs into these, and we'll put some nice little dome deads in like this one, and it just makes it a really neat job. So what I'll do, they're going to be still once. I've just basically bodged up these two bolts welded together. Save trying to fight it with building it with the springs on, because the springs never ever sit straight. They're always trying to keel over, or they're slightly wonky, so it's really difficult to get these welded and lined up with the springs on. So I do it with these studs, put one end in there. Gotta make sure I'm using the right ones now, not that one, that one, and one end in there. We'll get them exactly the same distance apart. And we'll weld them together like that. So basically we'll put, there's the pivoting bracket for the front of the seat down there. So we'll get that tacked on first, and then we'll get all these in place and then tack everything together. And then we'll have to break these bolts back in half so we can get them out. Else while we're unscrewing one, it'd be trying to screw itself into the other one. So it's just severing back in half and out they come. Right, so let's get this pivoting point lined up and then we'll tack it onto the bike. Okay, we've got the seat pan tacked on. Just laying our temporary fixes up now. We've got the seat springs, which are 3 inches long, so I've set these out 3 inches, and we'll get them in place on the frame next and on the seat, and then we'll tack them in place and then we'll put the springs on, see what it looks like. Okay, we've got them tacked in place. They're all nice and upright, all in line. All I've got to do now is break, if I can turn it, break these welds off or cut through them, get these bolts out, and then we can put the springs on, see what it looks like. They should tap in half, he says. That one's gone. That one's gone. There we go. Right, get these out and then drop the springs in. That can be a fiddly job putting the springs on, but I've obviously only got to do it this time, and then when it actually gets built for the final time. That should sit all right now. That's spot on. All right, let's put some bolts in. So we've got these four. What I might do is take the seat off actually and put the springs on the seat base first, then get the bolts in the base. That'll be a lot easier that way. Okay, got to get the bolt inside, bolt, screw, whatever you want to call it. Come on, you know you want to go in. There. I dropped that. Right, try that again. They might need some washers on, we'll see. Might be a bit long actually. Yeah, I'm going to have to put some washers on. Oh, let me find some washers. There's one washer on. That's better. I'll probably make some nice brass ones when I come to finish it off. Next, oh, let's get it in there first. There we go. Right, let's get the seat base back on. There we go. Now the fiddly bit. Getting the bolts in while it's on the bike. Tweezers. Oh, that's got it started. Next. Nearly losing the washer. There we go. There we go, that's one. Sorted. There we go, that ain't too bad. Obviously I'll weld it all up when the engine and everything's off the frame. I'll do all these final welds of dressing up, and then that's basically powder coating time when I'm at that stage. Right, what I've got to do next is actually level the back wheel up, because at the minute, as you can see, I don't know if you can remember on the others, this is not open like this on the others. With this being the half width up, the spindle's fixed in there, and on the others the spindle's not through the wheel. So I've got to make some, hold on, this slot is bigger than the actual spindle, so we've got to make some inserts on the lathe for the wheel to all sit nice and straight, and then we've got to figure out, I'll probably do it how I normally do that actually, to tension the chain. This is how like BSA's, Triumphs and everything are, they're all open at the back on the swing arm, and normally they have that little chain adjuster that clips over the little noggins on the back here. We'll figure that the chain adjustment out when we get to that bit. That's another job done, isn't it? So off here, ignore the rust, it's only surface rust, obviously that'll be all blasted off. We've got to do an outrigger from around this area that takes care of the brake pedal, then the side mount number plate. What else we got? Is that it? That's about it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I don't know. We'll get a chain on. I've got a chain over there when we've turned these bits down on the lathe, so we can get the back wheel exactly how it's got to be, and then we can do the mudguard. Well, that's a bit cleaner. I've shortened it as well to around the length that I want. Thereabouts. Let's put the brake on. Yeah, so when it's fixed, it's probably going to be about there. I'll say we got to get the back wheel level first. I've got to turn them bits down on the lathe to get all the back wheel sitting where I want it. We'll get the chain on, then we can lay all that out. Here we go. Looking more like a little bobber every time. I'm happy with that. It's another bit ticked off the list anyway. It's probably gone 5 o'clock in the evening, so Dan's stuff has had a good baking in the sun all day. Have a nice cup of tea, then evening work on Dan's bike. That's going to be ready well and truly in time for the show. Anyway, so there we go. It's got this on the move again. As soon as I've got the show stuff done and we've been and done all that, and I've also got the parts for the van that should have arrived at my friend's place of work today. So as soon as we have got time on the ramp, I've got to go and fix the van, and then we can start all the running round that I was supposed to have done a week or so ago. Anyway, yeah, like I say, I plan to get this finished in July, probably within the first 2 weeks of July. What I'll probably do, I know loads of people are probably going to ask, so I'll save the problem of me getting tons and tons of messages. The special stickers are on eBay for this. There's a link to the eBay under every single video, so if you click on that, you'll see the special stickers on there. Plus there's still a scattering of bullets and stuff on there as well. I'll probably, I'm trying to think now, I'll probably take the special stickers down at some point in June, which is next month, isn't it? To give me chance to get them all processed and out to everybody before I call someone's name out who's going to end up with this bike. Yeah, yeah, I'll probably remove them off eBay probably mid-June, which is not that long away, to be honest. I'm not sure if Tracy's helping me on that anymore, so I'm allowing myself enough time for me to do it. So yeah, probably middle of June they'll come off eBay, so just bear that in mind if you do wish to have a sticker. Anyway, I think that'll do. I'm going to call that a day on this and get on with Dan's bike. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. Take care.